Welcome everyone to another top 5 video. I realise I spend a lot of time complaining about War Thunder and not really focusing on the positives about the game. So as you probably guessed from the title, this is my top 5 features of War Thunder. Now these aren't necessarily game mechanics or gameplay aspects, but are just general features of War Thunder that I like. Obviously some of these features come with their issues, but we won't be focusing on that today. Please let me know in the comment section below what you like most about War Thunder, and I hope you enjoy. As all of you who play War Thunder will know, it's a free-to-play game, meaning that you don't have any monetary commitment and no loss if you decide you don't enjoy it, with the exception of course, your time. War Thunder is also fully cross-platform, making it easy to connect with players on PC, Xbox and PlayStation. With much of the Gaming with Henry community being a mix of PC and Xbox currently, it does make it very easy for us to have community events and to squad up with each other and just play. It is however worth noting though that PC does give the best experience overall. War Thunder does a very good job of catering for people who prefer the more arcade style of play with their arcade battles, all the way up to more simulator style gameplay with simulator battles. The game also features modes such as air, land and sea battles. The beauty of this is that if you get bored of say tanks, you can simply switch to an air or naval battle. Equally, if you get bored of playing a vehicle type such as heavy tanks, you can switch it up and play light tanks or tank destroyers instead, for example. For a free game, as I mentioned earlier, there is a huge amount of variety. Which leads me on to my next point. War Thunder has well over 1,000 free-to-play vehicles of varying types accessible to everyone with the willpower to grind through the varying tech trees. As I mentioned before, if at any point you got bored of a vehicle or era, you can almost completely change your experience by simply changing vehicles. With so many historical vehicles from across the past century, you can play anything from a biplane to a supersonic jet, anything from a tractor armed with a machine gun to a modern-day main battle tank, a patrol gunboat to a battleship. The game offers so much, especially for a free game, with also constantly adding new vehicles with every single major update. One of the major features that first drew me into War Thunder was the damage model and its realistic physics. With more recent updates to the game, modelling each individual projectile as its own physical object, it gives the game another little aspect of realism. Having been a World of Tanks player in the past, I hated the random shell physics with the projectiles having no physical mass and leaving the barrel at almost a 90-degree angle at times, it would seem. The different shell types having varying effects also played a part in drawing me into the game, with emphasis on the damage model requiring you to knock out critical components and crew over a hit point system. War Thunder deals with far less of the random factors that World of Tanks does, and more on the logical side of things. Although, while I appreciate that some people may not consider this as free, the game does offer premium vehicles as rewards for events such as Operation Summer and of course from the Battle Pass. With some work, you can gain a multitude of vehicles with premium benefits. It gives people who may not be willing to spend real money on the game the ability to gain premium vehicles. The daily login is also going to become another way of you gaining these specific vehicles with all the benefits, provided that you are lucky. Thank you very much for watching guys, and as I said at the start, please let me know what you like about War Thunder, and as I mentioned, I appreciate my points have their varying negative aspects, but overall I think Gaijin have done a pretty stellar job, especially considering that War Thunder is a free game that you don't actually have to spend money on. As I say, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.